Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's both intriguing and important. Top 3 golden rules to destroy a woman's ego that everyone must know. Now, before we begin, let's clarify something. This isn't about manipulation or disrespect. Instead, it's about understanding human psychology, fostering healthy relationships, and empowering both men and women to grow together. So, let's get started. Chapter 1. Understand the difference between ego and self-respect. Let's start by understanding what ego really means. Ego is often misunderstood. It's not the same as self-respect or confidence. Ego is the inflated sense of self-importance that can sometimes cloud judgment and create barriers in relationships. On the other hand, self-respect is about valuing oneself without diminishing others. The first step to addressing ego is recognizing this difference. When we talk about destroying a woman's ego, we're really talking about helping her and ourselves move past unhealthy, ego-driven behaviors to build stronger, more authentic connections. To dive deeper, let's explore the psychology behind ego. Ego often stems from insecurity, fear, or a need for validation. For example, someone with a strong ego might constantly seek approval or dominate conversations to feel important. This behavior can create tension in relationships, as it often comes across as dismissive or controlling. On the flip side, self-respect is rooted in self-awareness and confidence. A person with healthy self-respect knows their worth but doesn't feel the need to prove it to others. So, how do we address ego in a constructive way? The key is to approach the situation with empathy and understanding. Instead of attacking someone's ego, which can lead to defensiveness, try to create a safe space for open dialogue. For instance, if you notice someone exhibiting ego-driven behavior, gently point it out without judgment. You might say, "I've noticed that you seem to need a lot of validation lately. Is everything okay?" This approach shows that you care and are willing to support them rather than criticize. Another important aspect is self-reflection. Ask yourself, am I contributing to this dynamic in any way? Sometimes our own behaviors can unintentionally fuel someone else's ego. For example, if you constantly praise someone for superficial reasons, they might start to rely on external validation. Instead, focus on acknowledging their genuine qualities and efforts. This helps build a foundation of mutual respect and authenticity. In summary, understanding the difference between ego and self-respect is the first step toward fostering healthier relationships. By recognizing the root causes of ego and addressing them with empathy, we can create an environment where both parties feel valued and respected. Remember, the goal isn't to tear someone down, but to help them and ourselves grow into the best versions of ourselves. Chapter 2. Cultivate emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. It's the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions while being empathetic toward others. When you cultivate emotional intelligence, you create an environment where ego has no room to thrive. For example, instead of reacting defensively during a disagreement, try to understand the underlying emotions. This approach not only diffuses tension, but also encourages mutual respect and growth. Let's break this down further. Emotional intelligence consists of 4 key components: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Self-awareness is about recognizing your own emotions and how they influence your behavior. For instance, if you're feeling insecure, you might notice that you're more likely to seek validation or become defensive. By identifying these patterns, you can take steps to address them before they escalate. Self-management is the ability to regulate your emotions and respond appropriately in different situations. For example, if you're feeling frustrated during a conversation, instead of lashing out, you might take a deep breath and express your feelings calmly. This not only prevents conflicts, but also sets a positive example for the other person. Social awareness involves understanding the emotions and needs of others. This is where empathy comes into play. When you're socially aware, you're able to pick up on subtle cues, such as body language or tone of voice, that indicate how someone is feeling. For instance, if your partner seems distant, you might ask, "You seem a bit off today. Is something on your mind?" This shows that you're attuned to their emotions and care about their well-being. Finally, relationship management is about using your emotional intelligence to build and maintain healthy relationships. This includes effective communication, conflict resolution, and fostering trust. For example, if you're in a disagreement, instead of focusing on who's right or wrong, try to find common ground and work toward a solution that benefits both parties. To develop emotional intelligence, start by practicing mindfulness. This can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to check in with yourself and reflect on your emotions. Journaling is another great tool for building self-awareness. Write down your thoughts and feelings and look for patterns or triggers that might be influencing your behavior. Another effective strategy is to practice active listening. When someone is speaking, focus entirely on what they're saying without interrupting or planning your response. This not only helps you understand their perspective, but also makes them feel heard and valued. In conclusion, emotional intelligence is a powerful tool for dismantling ego and fostering healthier relationships. By developing self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management skills, you can create an environment where both you and your partner feel respected and understood. Chapter 3. Lead by example. Actions speak louder than words. If you want to influence someone positively, you must embody the qualities you wish to see in them. Leading by example means demonstrating humility, kindness, and integrity in your daily life. When you consistently show up as your best self, it inspires others to do the same. This approach naturally diminishes ego-driven behaviors and fosters a culture of mutual respect and admiration. Let's explore this concept in more detail. Leading by example starts with self-awareness. You need to have a clear understanding of your values and how they align with your actions. For instance, if you value honesty, make sure you're consistently truthful in your interactions. This not only builds trust, but also sets a standard for others to follow. Another important aspect is consistency. It's not enough to demonstrate positive behaviors occasionally. You need to make them a regular part of your life. For example, if you want to encourage humility in your partner, make sure you're regularly acknowledging your own mistakes and learning from them. This shows that humility is a strength, not a weakness. Leading by example also involves being proactive. Don't wait for someone else to take the first step. Be the one to initiate positive change. For instance, if you notice tension in your relationship, take the initiative to address it calmly and constructively. This not only resolves the issue, but also sets a precedent for how conflicts should be handled. Finally, leading by example requires patience. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it's important to give others the time and space they need to grow. Be supportive and encouraging, but also recognize that everyone has their own journey. In summary, leading by example is one of the most effective ways to influence others positively. By embodying the qualities you wish to see in others, you create an environment where ego has no place to thrive. Remember, the goal isn't to change someone else, but to inspire them to become the best version of themselves. Conclusion. And there you have it. Top 3 golden rules to destroy a woman's ego that everyone must know. Remember, this isn't about tearing someone down, but about building a stronger, healthier relationship. By understanding ego, cultivating emotional intelligence, and practicing empathy, you can create a connection that's rooted in mutual respect and growth. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.